everybody? What's going on? How you guys doing today? Happy Taco Tuesday. Welcome back to the DisClaymer podcast. My name is Clay. This is my podcast, DisClaymer Podcast. Very clever. Check out all my social media links down below. And if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you drop a like as well. What else do I usually say? Oh, yeah, and if you're just listening to this on Spotify or iTunes or whatever you're listening to it on, make sure you go check me out on YouTube, DisClaymer Podcast. All right, DisClaymer Podcast. If you don't know how to spell podcast, go to school. Okay, we're gonna have a real. Unless you're 4 years old and you're listening to this podcast, then I understand. If you're 4 years old, I get it. Hey, I'm right there with you. Okay, we're meeting eye to eye. Don't worry. I feel you. I understand it. Okay. But once you've hit kindergarten, you should at least, I'll give you even more leeway. Once you hit first grade, first or second grade, that area, okay, then it's time that you know how to spell podcast. Before that, though, I get it. What's up, you guys? Happy Taco Tuesday. So it's becoming winter time. This morning I woke up. I had a bloody nose, which was stupid, dude. And my mother said it could have been because of all the sun chips that I ate. But to me, I'm pretty certain it's because the winter is getting, the air is getting drier. Winter is coming upon us. We had to take down our pool today, which is pretty late. Usually we take down our pool like mid-September, but I mean, it's October 8th, and we just now took it down. And I only swam in it probably 3 times. In the year, we had to take it down. Probably gonna get a new one next year, I think. I don't know. That one, the one that we have though, is it's on its last leg. I don't know how long we've had it for, but it's on its last breath. And it's becoming winter time, which is the worst time of the year. I mean, here's the deal. Winter is like me and winter are cool up until Christmas/New Year's. Right? Me and winter, we're chill, okay? Generally, I mean, Christmas time is here, having fun with family, bloobity blah blah. You know, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Party City. We're having a lot of fun. It's a great time, and there's not that much snow. I mean, you don't get a lot of snow up until, for us at least, mid to late January. I mean, some snow in December sometimes, other times it's not. It kind of just depends on, the year. But, me and winter are cool up until Christmas. Thanksgiving. When does winter start, by the way? When does fall and winter start? I'm not sure. But Thanksgiving is pretty much it's pretty much winter time. Christmas, definitely winter time. And New Year's Eve, we're chilling, okay? Me and winter, we're homies. We're still good. Then we get around to January, February, March. That's when winter can get out of my life. Okay? That's when winter can go ahead. Hey, you see the door over there? Get out. That's what I say. Please leave, because you're overextending your stay. It's like that one friend, right? It's like you're looking at your watch. Oh, 3 a.m. Hey, you're still here at 3 a.m. I'm a little bit tired. Can I please go to sleep now? Friend, I don't want to be rude and have to kick you out of my house, but I'm pretty tired. Can you please leave? I've had enough of playing video games. We have nothing else to talk about. We already cut up on life. Can you please leave? Okay? It's like that one friend that overextends their stay, and you don't know what it's like. Okay, I'm going. I remember, when was it? Oh yeah, it was a lot. It was a while. It was like 3 or 4 years ago. I had some friends over at my house, and I forget what was, something happened. Oh, I can't really say because it's a little bit personal, and they would totally, it's like pretty obvious of who it is, but I can't, but I just remember them, they stayed until, I had already made plans with somebody else, but they still wanted to come over, and so I kind of just like mixed together plans. And they end up staying like super late, like 1 or 2 a.m. And I was just like, the entire time, I was just like, in my brain, I was just like, I was like, can you guys, I'm just tired. Can you guys just please leave? Please, just go. Can you guys just go home? I just want to, you've been here for like a few hours now. it's kind of, it's also, the memory's kind of hazy, but I can kind of remember what had happened that one instance where somebody just, well, a few people didn't know when to leave. Like, usually when I'm over at somebody's house, I generally have an idea like when it's time to go. So for example, I went over to, I guess, I don't know if I call him a friend, but it was like he's like another brother to me. Friday night I went over and played guitar at his house, and you know, we played guitar, we talked for a little bit, for like 30 minutes. And then, you know, I heard his child crying upstairs. And it's like, all right, I know he's probably got to get, you know, he's probably, in my mind, I'm like, okay, it was also like 10 p.m. I'm like, all right, it's probably his bedtime already. And he's got a child crying upstairs. It's time to wrap it up, you know? So I only spent like an hour 30 over at his house, but it's like, it's time to wrap it up and go home and let him deal with his own thing, right? Because some guys just don't get it. They just stick around and they just keep lingering, man. You know? I feel like the same exact guys, hold this thought, I gotta get a drink of water. I feel like this is I feel like the same exact guys who keep on messaging a girl, you know? Dude, that's the title of this podcast. Guys just don't know when to give up. That's way too long of a title name. But it's like that, right? Winter's like that. I almost forgot what I was talking about. Winter. I'm going way too deep into this freaking analogy here. But it's like the guy who just keeps on messaging a girl like for the 15th time. And he's like, what? She just keeps ignoring me. Let me message her again. She ignored me. Let me message her again. Oh, she ignored me. Message her again. It's like, dude, I rarely will message a girl first. I've done that a couple times. Okay. And if they don't answer you, it's just like, if they don't answer me the first time, I'm just like, okay. Like, it's just like, you just move on. Some guys though, if like take it personally, so they're like, hey, what the heck, dude? Are you gonna answer me? Stop ignoring me. Blah blah blah. It's like, dude, give up. Okay, there's so many more people out there. Why do you feel deem it necessary to be, pestering this one person? I mean, it's more so guys doing that than girls. Guys are the ones who are generally more desperate, I would say. Let's just be honest here. Guys are generally the ones who are more desperate. Girls get more attention. It's usually the guys who are trying to hit on the girls and all that stuff, trying to find girls. Most girls don't have trouble finding a guy. I mean, usually guys come to them. That's how it's always kind of worked. But guys can get real desperate, man. I mean, I knew a couple personally. I knew a couple guys personally who are just very desperate, and who are just, I mean, they think, like, you know that saying, like, the grass is always greener on the other side or whatever? Like, they think that their life would be so much better if they had a girlfriend or this or that, you know? And it's not true. I think you just need to make the best. I mean, I'd say that a girlfriend wouldn't help. Like, that wouldn't make your life better. There's definitely going to be challenges with it too, but not necessarily saying that it wouldn't make your life better, but you got to have your own thing going on, and you got to depend on yourself rather than another person or other people. You have to. I love how this went from talking about how much I hate winter. This evolved into me giving life advice now. You know what, guys? I'm totally veering off topic. I wanted to talk about winter today and how much I hate winter because it's rapidly approaching. I don't want to have to. I mean, thankfully, in terms of plowing the driveway and stuff, I used to have to do when I was a kid. When my dad has a 4-wheeler now with a plow, so I'm off the hook. But like, in terms of just driving, man, the roads freaking suck half the time, especially here in Illinois. They suck. They're icy. I hate it. Driving's risky, so that's why I'm gonna move somewhere south when if I can if I can land my career properly, right? But anyways, though, it's like, what was I talking? Let's just forget about winter. Let's just go right into life advice. What was I talking about? What was I saying? How guys are desperate And this is why I need another person. I just need another person to sit next to me and keep track of my conversation. So I can they can keep me, on par with the schedule. I need someone. Is there anybody out there at all in the universe who would be willing to sit next to me? Just I'll pay you. I mean, I don't know if I can listen. If I start making money off of the podcast and we start getting big, yeah, I can pay you. But for now, it's going to have to be like a volunteer thing. But just sit next to me and just keep track of what I was saying. Oh, crap. Guys are desperate. Oh, yeah, that a girl would not. I mean, you got to find your own thing. Like, a girl can help out your life and make your life better. But it's not necessarily. The grass isn't always greener on the other side, my dudes. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. You got to get your own thing going. The worst part, so for me, if I meet a girl and she's got nothing going on for her and she is, kind of, you can tell she's the kind of person who leans on relationships for happiness, depends on relationships, that is a no bueno, okay? You need to find somebody that's got their own thing going. They got their own interests. Okay, that's not going to depend too much. Obviously, you want to have a little bit of dependency on each other, but not like all of it on each other, because then it's like if one person gives up on the relationship or, they start to linger off, right? Then that's going to cause some big issues, and then it's going to be a big explosion in the relationship. So this is really just relationship advice. I mean, I am just all over the place. But that's key. That's crucial advice, okay? If you're going to look for anybody, whether it's a guy or a girl, make sure they have their own interests. Make sure they have their own thing going on. Make sure they have goals of theirs. So just keep that in mind when you're looking for somebody. And remember, the grass is not always greener on the other side. So don't be that guy who thinks that a relationship is going to then your life is going to propel itself up, 10 times better. It's going to be 10 times better than what it was before. And if you're a girl too, same advice, right? Don't be that kind of person who gets in a relationship just to have something, not only to lean on, to look forward to, but just because you want a relationship. Don't be that person, okay? That's an issue. And I don't like those kind of people. You want to meet some. I mean, obviously right now I'm young and I don't really need, I just know I don't need that, right? I can still look, I can still look. I still keep my eyes open if I meet anybody that's really, that meets all my criteria. And you're probably asking yourself, Clay, what's your criteria? That's probably saved for another podcast, or that might be too personal. I'm not sure. But if they meet all my criteria, then it's like, okay, I'm open to a relationship. I'm open to it. But as soon as I see a few red flags, then it's like, and then this is what I do right here. You ready for this? This is what I do. Okay. If you're just listening to this, all I did was veer off the screen. Now I gotta get my freaking chair back on the mat. That's what I do. Just slowly. You just slowly start to creep off the screen. Slowly. That what's that meme? That GIF with Homer Simpson when he slowly backs into the bushes. That's what I do. That's me. Right there. Okay, if I see a few red flags, and you're probably asking, you say, Clay, what is a red flag to you? That's another topic, another topic for another time, probably. That might not be too personal. I can tell you, why am I so thirsty right now? I can tell you, don't take that out of context, by the way. Don't take that out of context. I could probably tell you some things that I look for that could be alarming, that I see in a girl that I'd say that's alarming. That's a no, right? I'm just gonna turn into a freaking, what is that one guy? There's some Australian dude who gives relationship advice all the time to women. I watched him a couple years ago. I remember seeing. I don't know what his face was or his name. I don't know what his face was. I don't know what his name was. Oh my gosh, I don't know. He's some Australian dude who gives a bunch of relationship advice, and he does like conventions for women. And he talks about. I remember one thing he talked about being like a special bird, a rare bird. He said the perfect guy is like a rare bird, and you know what? Rare birds breed with rare birds. And he said you have to be a rare bird too. As a woman, you have to be a rare bird. And so he just kept talking about birds. So. I don't, maybe someone's heard him before. I don't know what his name was, but I'm sure you could probably Google it. Relationship advice, something. He does big conventions. He was an Australian dude. But that's essentially what I'm going to turn into, is that guy right there, just giving relationship advice to women and to men too, right? So to men, don't be desperate. To women, what was my advice to women? Don't settle. That's a big one. Don't settle. And make sure the guy has something going on with his life too. Make sure he's got a good future, right? And to both people, just both guys and girls, watch out for red flags. And specifically, what red flags, you may ask? That's another topic for another time. But right now, right now, dude, I'm trying to talk about this. You know what, dude? This podcast has just turned into relationship advice. That's what it is. I was gonna talk about winter, but like, freak, that analogy from the beginning took me off on another course. Anyways, so yeah, like, what's some other? I've had other thoughts before about relationships. That, man, it's just not coming. I have, like, there are things I think about. Especially, oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, this is totally my ADD kicking in. So I had a bloody nose this morning. I think I told you guys that this early, right? Yeah, at the beginning of the podcast. I think I did. Bad memory. Dude, in the shower. Like, the shower is like where I think of everything. So like where I think of the relationship advice, or I think of something really good, like a good topic or whatever. Right? I think of something that's, that's something that's thought-provoking in the shower. Well, dude, you know how I had the bloody nose? This is a little graphic, so if you don't like graphic things, or you don't like, if you're eating something, probably stop eating, put it to the side for a second, okay? Stop snacking on your stop snacking on your Fritos for a second, put it to the side, stop snacking on your omelet. All right, listen up. This is going to get disgusting a little bit. Bro, so I got a bloody nose. Had obviously I plugged up with a tissue a couple times, and I hadn't. So I was just like plugging it up with a tissue, and then the bleeding kind of stopped. Then I took a shower, and when I take showers, like I make sure it's like pretty hot, so there's steam right in the bathroom, and it really clears out my system, really clears out my sinuses, clears out everything. And dude, I don't know if this is like, I don't know if I'm dying or what. But, bro, so, like, I could feel, like, a little bit of congestion in my sinuses and my nose. So I kind of, like, hocked a noogie, like, like how you snort it and it brings it to your throat. Like, so I, like, brought it to my throat. And I was like, well, I did it at the same time I was washing my hair, so I had my eyes closed. So I, like, hocked a noogie, felt something really thick. I was like, what the heck? And I spit. And I didn't have my contacts in either, so I couldn't really see anything. But I still had my eyes closed because I was washing my hair. Didn't want to get, soap in my eyes. So I was like, oh, that one felt really gross. That noogie felt really, really disgusting. I washed my hair, opened my eyes, dude. This is so nasty. I looked down on the shower floor. There's this like medium size, probably maybe the width of a golf ball, like size. It's like a dark spot, the size of a golf ball on the shower floor. Like, and I didn't have my contacts in, but I could even see it without my contacts. It was so freaking dark. And I was like, what the heck did I just spit out? And so I had to lean down on the shower floor. Oh, just plug your ears if you don't like gross stuff. The darkest, like, pile of snot/blood I have ever seen in my life. It was like, I've never spit. That's the first time I've spit anything that gross. Like, I've hucked noogies before. Like, when I have when I'm very congested, when it gets wintertime, my nose gets very plugged up, and I'll have a lot of congestion. Then I'll shower, and then I'll get some get some what's the word? Not bacteria. I guess bacteria, but like snot. I guess it sounds disgusting, but like just hocking noogies. And I've done it casually before in the shower, like because the shower just clears me out. And it's like usually it's clear. It's not really. I mean, it's just really gross, but it's like thick. It's like thick saliva/snot. It's really gross, but it's not it's not as bad as what I spit out this morning, dude. This morning was freaking horrifying, bro. I thought I literally got like as soon as I looked down and I saw it, I got like I just got a sick feeling. It was just my head playing with me, but I got like I started like feeling like I felt like I was short of breath. And then I got like this pain in my side, and I was like, am I dying right now? I was like, what is going on, dude? What's going on, bro? What is going on? But it's just my brain playing with me. But hey, if anybody out there gets bloody noses, is it normal to be spitting up like a huge glob of dark blood? I mean, I feel fine now, but like when I had the bloody nose, I can kind of taste blood in my mouth. Is that normal, or am I dying? Can somebody? Is there a doctor out there? If you're a doctor and you're listening to this podcast while you're giving surgery, can you please type in the comments section on YouTube? What is that? Is that good, or am I good, or should I go get checked out for that, bro? Not to mention another reason I hate winter. Not just getting congested. But dude, look how freaking pale I am, bro. Like during the summer, I obviously get much, much darker, and then all of a sudden the winter comes around, and obviously skin layers start to shed, and now the true paleness of Clay comes out. Look at how freaking pale I am, man. And I also shaved my face too, which doesn't help, but I'm so freaking pale, dude. I figured out why I look better during the summer than I do in the winter, right? I figured out why I look better in the summer than I do in the winter. Because I forget what it was, something of mine back this summer when I was super tan. And I was like, wow, I saw myself in the camera. I'm like, wow, I look good. I was like, I actually look kind of like, not to be saucing on myself, but I look kind of handsome. Okay? I look decent during that time. And then I look at myself now and I'm like, what changed? Why do I look like a freaking potato chip? What is this? And I realized this. The tanner I get, so you see, look at my eyes right now. Look at my eyes. You see this? The tanner I get, the less noticeable my eye bags are. I'm pretty certain that is why right there. Is because my eye bags during the summer when I get tan aren't nearly as noticeable versus when it's the winter time. My eye bags are like, look at that. I mean, isn't that horrible? I got a ton of sleep today, and my freaking eye bags are just like, they're like, hey, man, we're here, dude. Hey, we're here, Clay, and we're sticking around, bro. Does anybody have any tips on how to get rid of this crap? Because maybe that's because some days I just look, some days I look good, and some days I look awful, and I just can never, sometimes I just can't pinpoint what the issue is. And sometimes I feel like it might be the eye bags. I don't know. Somebody, it could, I don't know. And also sometimes my hair too. Sometimes my hair can be really freaking weird. Oh wow, I just totally made my hair look really bad. Oh no. I got to get a haircut. I need to get a haircut in the next couple weeks, because then I'm going to get a haircut before I go to Arizona. But yeah, sometimes I just cannot pinpoint what the issue is. Right? Also, during the winter when my skin gets more pale, did my lips get redder, dude? Looks like I'm freaking wearing lipstick or something like that, man. How do my teeth look okay, though? Right? But if I'm tanner, my teeth do look whiter, right? Isn't that, logically speaking, isn't that correct? I don't know. But I'm just trying to think of ways to improve my appearance. Here's, guys, something about me. What's that song that's from the like 60s or 70s, maybe even 80s? Remember, I don't know who it's by, but it's like You're So Vain. You probably think the song is about you. That song is about me, guys. I am so vain. I care so much about my looks. Oh my goodness. You can tell by what I'm wearing, this shirt that I'm wearing. You can definitely tell that I'm definitely care about looks, and the fact that I have like 5 or 6 shirts that I rotate in every week and I'm always wearing on the podcast, you can definitely tell that I definitely care about looks, you guys. That is one of my biggest things is looks. Honestly though, okay, that's all sarcasm, but in truth, when I was a kid, my biggest thing was shoes. I loved shoes. No matter, I mean, really, my favorite thing to do, like when we went to the mall, when my mom would go when I had to go to the mall with my mother, right? But now, like, I'm so big, right? I'm way too mature for that now, guys. Way too cool for that now. But my favorite thing to do is go to Finish Line and look at all the shoes and see all the crispy clean Jordans, crispy clean Nikes. And I remember I bought like they were Nikes, but there was like Michael Vick Nikes before he started, it was before he started fighting dogs, right? So it was still acceptable. So I got these like Michael Vick Nike shoes that were super freaking cool. I remember in 7th grade I had these really beautiful Jordans. The red lining on the bottom, and they were all black with a nice Nike symbol on the side. They were so, I wish I still had them. They're the best. And I also had these other Jordans the next year, 8th grade. I forgot about these ones. I lost these Jordans, which makes me so freaking mad, dude. I left them in my P locker my freshman year, and I lost the Jordans, man. I should have had those Jordans. Oh, yeah, in 6th grade, too. I also had these gray, blue, and black and white Jordans. So delicious. But in 8th grade, these ones though, dude, they're blacker on the bottom and up the tongue of the shoe, and then white on like the body of it. Oh, they were so crispy clean, man. And I freaking lost them, dude. That's how angry I am right now. You hear that? That's how mad I am. Hear that? I'm slapping a cat. Can you hear that? I'm beating a cat. Oh no, am I gonna get? Well, actually, no. This isn't Twitch. I won't get banned. If I was a female, though, hashtag, if I was a female, I have all that immunity, right? Hashtag, Twitch and hashtag alinity on I'm just going to shut up now. Anyways, but yeah, I've always been a big shoe guy. Not so much anymore, though. I mean, I do have Jordans in my closet. I don't really buy shoes. I mean, the Jordans that I bought, I have like 2 or 3 pairs of them. I barely wear it because I'm too scared to get them dirty, especially one pair. One of them, I bought them a couple years ago, and I've worn them like twice out in public. So I'm one of those people who buys something nice, and it's just like, I don't want to get them dirty. Plus I don't really have anything to wear them with. So because they're just too nice. So they're too nice to wear out to like something casual. But then it's like when you're going to something formal, they're not formal enough. I don't know. So it's like this weird, they're in this weird, it's like in this weird crack, I guess. That sounds inappropriate, but don't take it inappropriately. They're just in this weird in-between space, which is a crack essentially, between the formal and informal. So it's just, and I don't want to wear them out to, when I go out with friends, because, if we go out to a bar or something like that, they're going to get dirty because they're idiots out there. They're sloppy people spilling their drinks all over the floor. And then the bottom of my shoes get sticky. They get alcohol all over them. And it's like, hey guys, maybe have a little respect for yourself. Okay? So yeah, that's all you need to know about me. I love shoes. I used to love shoes. I mean, I still love shoes now. I need to get new clothes though. I always say that, but I need to get new clothes. Maybe I'll start buying some here in the near future. I don't know, you guys, but I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the DisClaymer podcast, and make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and love you lots. Happy Taco Tuesday. See you guys on the flippity floop. Love, peace, chicken grease, my dudes. Have a good day.